ओम शांति। अभी हमारे साथ लेखा बहन है, श्रीलंका से आए हुए हैं और अभी सभी तीनों ही क्लास इकट्ठे होंगे और वो अपना थोड़ा परिचय भी देंगे कुछ।
वो सर्व शक्तियों से जब साथ है हमारे, वो सर्व शक्तियों से जब साथ है हमारे, हर काम उसके रहते हरगिज़ हुआ पड़ा है। कभी हारना ना, हिम्मत का कदम बढ़ाओ। कभी हारना ना, हिम्मत का कदम बढ़ाओ। हजारों कदम बढ़ाने वो सामने खड़ा है। ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी हैं, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है। ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है। मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है।
Om Shanti. And I was asked to share the news of Sri Lanka today. So, are the English class BKs also here? Not yet. We have to wait for them because they requested to. I'm waiting because then they will feel that they are missed out. Hey, sorry, I don't speak Hindi. Because Sri Lanka, Murli is in English. And then local languages. So, and we were born in Sri Lanka, and our mother tongue is not Hindi. Sorry. But we understand Baba and his words, but not 100% fluent in Hindi. That's why we are considered as double foreigners. Because we are very close to Bharat, right? But still we are double foreigners because we don't speak the language which Papa speaks. They're coming. Okay. So, at present in Sri Lanka we have 40 centers and 60 Gita Parshalas, together about 100 centers. And we have 120 surrendered brothers and sisters who are living in the center we have. And I am from main center. I was born in Sri Lanka and I took Gyan in Sri Lanka, and then I am in 33 years in Gyan, and I am in the north part of Sri Lanka, which is called Mullaitivu, which is, we say it's translated as jungle island. Tivu means island. So it doesn't mean that it's a jungle, but it's far and vast place of mostly bigger in trees and things like that. So this is a place which war took place and ended in the last time. You would have heard about the experience of little bit from Gopi Ben, and I start from where she stopped. So actually she came in 2011 first to that area. It is North Place, and that time there was no other transport other than the normal local bus. So she was able to only travel in that one, and that time we didn't have a building because after it is immediately after the war, and all the buildings were broken, and even the roads were not normal. It's like very muddy and very dusty and not done properly. And if you travel in that road, then you get all your clothes brown. You go back home like a brownie person. That's what happened to her too. She knows. So then after that, you reach a place after 2 hours, no? From that area, 2 hours or 3 hours, then you have to have a total wash and change your clothes. So that was in 2011, and we were like starting the service. But when Baba used me to go to each and every places, people were not ready to listen. They were crying. They were crying and crying, and then it took some time for them to understand Gyan. So, but still then we have to like take some houses which they don't have electricity, they don't have any basic facilities. So this is my experience, but I have not been like from childhood having a wash or bath without any bathroom or living without any electricity. So, but because Baba Seva, and I felt the need of the people there. And the thought was there because there was Murli Baba was speaking during tsunami, and that time many died. And at the same time the war was happening, and it was a call from Jayanti Ben from here, and she was asking us, what are you all going to do for this? No, so many people are dying, and you're not like having any concern for them or something. And then we started a program called Good Wishes and Pure Feelings, and everybody together in the main center we would do yoga 4 hours each day, Saturday and Sunday. Every day, like all the BKs will sit together and have yoga for them. And from that only we started to plan to go there. And then how we got the contacts is because we had to have a program for rehabilitation people. Rehabilitation is the place which the people who are affected by the war is kept, and the government requested us that we should give them the meditation to motivate their all good qualities to come out. So we were having classes for them in those rehabilitation camps, and there we got many contacts of the like militaries and like other contacts. Then from that, then I had one contacts, and I have to call them, and then he said, you come, we will give you some place to stay because there's no houses available. It's not easy to travel and go and do service unless we stay there. So then even that building was not done properly. It's like newly built without polished, and only there was one room upstairs and one room downstairs, and they finished just one bathroom. And we stayed there, and we were going in each villages and giving classes. This was the start. And then after that, we have to hire a house, and then we were staying there. I was staying there and managing with all the minimum facilities, and we used to have Amritvala daily. And then call all the people to come Murli after Amritvala because they have to go to work and things like that. We used to read the Murli in phone light, a torch light, because there's no light, goes down low light, and that even that phone you can't charge it there. You have to give it to some generator people to charge it and give it to you. So that was, but many times people were like experiencing light came through your eyes. They used to say, because that's what make them to come more and more. So we started with 5, 10 and many came together. And there was a time that was a small house and it was rented house and not facility. So I was talking to Baba because we have to have a proper place for the BKs to grow. Otherwise they won't be able to grow. So we applied a land from the government. But there are many things going on and they are not ready to give a land. But I went to Madhuban and I speak to Baba and I told him, you decide, either I do continue your service or I will leave you. That's your decision. It's not mine, no? It's he and his children. If we want them to grow, then he has to decide what he wanted. So, when you can't believe, when I came back, by the time I went from the place where I am and I went to the place 100 kilometers away in a village, and there was a collector and he was interested in coming to Madhuban, Peace of Mind Retreat. So we sent him to the Peace of Mind Retreat and he got inspired. And then he wanted to have a center there in that area. And then that day, the day of my arrival, he got transferred to the main city. And he called me and said, "Sister, your land is ready. Please come and collect your letter of the documents which supposed to be, having for the land." And so then it was land, but it is jungle. Means there's nothing, is there only jungle and you could see. So, but it is 1 acre land. Yeah, it's 1 acre land, and so we have to develop from the basic, So then Baba, of course, he look after everything. So I have to have a chance to go to Australia because we had NCC's retreat in Australia for Asia Pacific, and there also I have to stay 1 month. So having some radio programs, interviews, in the language, Tamil language, and they were very happy to listen and hear about that, the support that we are giving to that area. And because they are relatives and they are friends and also those who have the concern of them, and they wanted to give money to develop the house or build the house, so that they called the center and contacted the center, because there's a system now that we cannot get money from outside even though they are giving. So we gave them the address to donate through the center. And even BKs who were there, but when they get the experience of very enthusiastic, and they too wanted to give money. And then ultimately Baba gave some money, and then we brought that and started the basic work. So 1 by 1, there were 3 buildings in that block, and 1 by 1 we started to build. And then the experience of that was also because the people on that area, even in Sri Lanka, they are not so much rich. So they are not giving, even though they have the heart, but it's not able to give much. So whenever the construction work will be going on, and there will be some amount, we have to pay daily. And then I used to tell Baba, and I cannot believe on that day somebody will call and ask me, "Please give your account number, we will deposit some money." From where, which country, which place, even sometimes I didn't even know them. So that was the experience of how that building was built. So how Baba will help me. And then that brother who went to Peace of Mind, and he was very interested in Baba's Gyan, and then he was also, not financially, because he could only do the paperwork, because he's on that. And then after building was built, then only the BKs they were able to make effort, because we can, in that house, we can 40 people can be accommodated, they can stay, because there's no place or transport for them to come for morning class transportation is very difficult. And so because they are able to come and stay in Wednesdays and Saturdays, they were able to grow. And now we have about 150 BKs, but not Pakka, but Pakka about 50 Pakka BKs. But most of them are mothers, because most of them lost their husbands, either husband or children. So like a single mothers running home. So they are looking after the whole land. Baba centers, they could go to the classes also, because I'm here and we have 2-3 centers now. And they are looking after making bhog. They will look after the cleaning of the house, cleaning of the land and the flowers, the garden, and also like that. So that is the one which Sister Gopi came, and she saw the fruit of that, because we took some of them, like 50 of them, to the retreat, which is in the north in Jaffna. And she saw the fruit and she wanted to come on the way, and she saw the building and BK, she spoke to them. So that was the experience. Every day I felt that when you are like challenged physically, means if you have some physical challenges, then automatically your soul become more stronger. So I too have grown with that situation, facing many situations, because this place, the people are not normal. They will behave in different ways, So they won't like how to speak to the person humbly or respectfully. Or they don't know how to like, it's like not normal. So you have to accept them as they are and still give them love and respect, so that they come slowly into Baba's Gyan and understood Baba and have faith. And then their dedication is such that they will be like now ready to do anything for Baba and Seva. And now we have 2 mothers surrendered, and we have totally 4 living in that place. So, and also like during the war in Sri Lanka, I was in Jaffna, and that time like things like white flour, whatever is coming from outside is not allowed to be there. And one day I was like, one mother brought some white flour, and I wanted to give the BKs bread, because they are not having that, But you get only electricity for a few hours, 1 hour, 2 hours. Whatever you want to do, you have to do it within that time. So it's morning for morning walk, for Sunday class. So one mother brought that bhulan, and I told Baba, I have to make buns for them. You have to somehow make it happen. And then somehow we made the buns, and as soon as the bun got baked, the current went off. And when we give the buns to the class, everybody was in tears. Tears of love for Baba. And whatever they could, like kerosene and things like that, they were bringing, which they give for ration card, a little amount for the ration cards. And the same thing, very recently we had economic crisis in Sri Lanka, and we didn't have milk powder, we didn't have petrol, like all that things. But you couldn't believe, even we buy 2-3 packets, but we get more than enough from all over the world. Like everywhere, Canada, Australia, like everybody is sending in boxes of milk powder. Yeah, so Baba, like, that's what she said, Baba is looking after us like kings and queens. Because they used to tell me, even when we don't have, sister, you should drink plain tea. I have an agreement with Baba, I will never drink plain tea. Because I'm not used to, because from the childhood I only drink milk, fresh milk. And when I come to Baba only I learned, because I was from young age, and I only learned to, and tea also I learned to drink later. So plain tea I cannot drink at all. So I have some dealings with him. I told him, I have come to you, so you promised to look after, right? So you have to provide this. And so everybody knows there will be milk powders. All the mothers, all the families, they come to the center to have tea, milk tea, in the center. So everybody enjoyed. Even the economic crisis was nothing for us because, and you can't believe we have a car and we need petrol to go out. Then everybody was in the line and I got petrol in gallons. Because one brother, he said, sister, you need petrol, and from somewhere else, and he got packed and he sent that in a vehicle. And I was having a stock of petrol, and anywhere I want to go, I don't have any problem. So because Baba service, so Baba gave. So all the stock. Now Baba used to say you should, because we didn't think about the petrol, that it will be not there and we have to save it. But still, Baba gave. And also that time, we were having more feelings and having more faith. All these things made them to become more stronger and more paka in Baba's love and Baba's faith. So like this, many things happening, every day there will be something with the government and that and this, but those all things are making us more and more close to Baba. And Baba's children are growing more because of the disasters. In the East we have more centers, you'd have heard about them, surrendered also, because that time there was tsunami, So after tsunami, we started the classes. So wherever we went and put the pictures and explained, that has become a center. Yeah. So it in Sri Lanka, I could see only the disaster becomes a good thing or beneficial to Baba's service. And even we know Baba said obstacles makes you stronger. The same thing, many things will making us stronger. The problem is we have a big family now, so we don't have a big place for all to come together. So now they are building in the main center. We are repairing, means renovating the place, and that only we have to have retreats. Otherwise, now one Brahmin don't know the other Brahmins when they meet in Madhuban, because it's a big crowd. So we used to have retreats different areas, north, east, and central, and then west. So only the small groups. Even we have retreats those who are more than 5 years in the center separately. There are those who are more than 5 years, less than 5 years separately. And those who are running the Gita Parshad, because of the space, we don't have that much accommodation and facility. So that is, I feel that different, people are unable to come together and unite together. But still we find somehow manage to get them together when the seniors come. So in different places, even that's what sometimes news is shared in the class or thing, but we can't see what is really happening. Once we go there only we will understand. But I know that moreover, every day, many things, because in Sri Lanka many in centers they don't go to work, so we have to support them totally, means looking after them. So when it comes to families, mothers if they are in the centers, the children have to be looked after. So we have a hostel for them, means girls hostel separately, boys hostel separately. The children grow there in the hostel, and then mothers will be staying in the center, and even sometimes fathers too. So then we have to support the hostel. When they become little older, even 14-15 years, then they also come to Baba, means move to the center and support the center. So it's all very Baba's task, and Baba is doing. Didi, when Nirmala Didi was alive, she has so much of concern, and Dadi Janagi you will know very well. And who came here from, I think Jasuben came once with Dadi Janagi. I remember that time Baba's coming was there, and we didn't have any projector. It was just voice we were listening, and she was typing in typewriter. And I am the one supposed to send, and I went out to send the fax, no, because you have to send here to send to the whole world. So when she typed in the typewriter, and I took the papers, about 20 papers that time, no, single papers, and took out and then went to the outside shop to fax them to London. So that was a situation 25 years now, and now we have daily, no, we translate even the Murlis, it is coming here and the whole world is listening. So development is always there, and it's all really the support of all of you BKs. So I should give thanks on behalf of all the Sri Lanka family for all the support given constantly through finance, through moral, means you through the power of good wishes, and through the seniors. So time is now coming closer. So anyway, I'm here for until the 17th of August. We will be meeting different families in different ways. So I can also share some more experiences later. Thank you. Om Shanti.